OCD, I have to make sure things are perfect. How often do we hear the word OCD just being thrown around in our everyday language? OCD is different from being a perfectionist or a neat freak. So what is OCD? OCD is a disorder, or to be more specific, an obsessive compulsive disorder. Hi, my name is Jeslin, and the topic I will be going over is OCD. Okay, so let's break down the word obsessive. So obsession being the first part. I'll start off with an example just to give you guys a little bit more clarity of what's the difference between a perfectionist and someone who actually suffers with this disorder. So I had a friend in high school who was constantly paranoid that she left her locker open and that she forgot to close it. It's normal to go and check if your locker is left open maybe once in the day, or think about that a few times throughout the day. But every single day, my friend would ask us at least 4 to 5 times a day if she had left her locker open and if she didn't properly close it. This had become an obsession for her. Okay, so the second part, compulsive or compulsion. Let's use the same example of my friend. If she had checked her locker exactly 4 times a day, it would have become a compulsion. So obsessions are the intrusive, reoccurring thoughts, and compulsions are the actions we take in order to reduce this anxiety. The reason I am speaking about OCD is because I have struggled with this myself. I have struggled with a form of OCD called scrupulosity, and many of you might not have heard of it because it's a little bit more uncommon. But scrupulosity is the obsession with moral or religious issues that leads to the compulsion of religious and moral observances, like excessive religious and moral observances. And so just to give you guys a little bit context about myself, I was raised up Catholic in the Catholic Church, and I was always very close to my faith. But at one point in my life, I realized that I became obsessed, like I was obsessing over my religion. In every situation, I would question whether, is this moral? Is this a sin? Am I doing this correctly? And questions were just constantly going through my head. And to give you like a little bit more specific of an example of this, I was very concerned with the way I prayed. And so any prayer that I would want to pray, I would want it to be like perfect. So I wanted to like meditate on every single word that I said, and I felt like if I didn't do that perfectly, or so I thought was the right way to do it, I would repeat that prayer 4 to 5 times. And this is just one example of the many things that I did. And so you can just imagine how this was very overwhelming, very burdening, time consuming, and just very hard to explain to people. And I knew this is not how my faith is supposed to feel, how it is supposed to be. And so I was able to identify my behaviors with OCD. And I've received so much freedom from this disorder, and I hope that I can help you all with sharing some tips and tricks in my next video. And I hope you all will join me, whether you have been diagnosed with OCD or just are more interested in learning more about OCD. Please come join us, and thank you for listening to my story.